Good afternoon, everybody. I am going to record what I hope to be a quick follow-up to my post today. Um, I am feeling much better, by the way. I'm still doing cough drops, which I'm going to do here so I don't cough too much. However, I'm feeling much better. Um, Here's the deal. If you saw my previous post, if you haven't, just go in any of my public feeds. It should be the one right before this. I make a comment about letting something go, releasing something. And that is my mission from God. I laugh, and you should be laughing because this has sort of been a joke with me. It's been a joke all my life. And it's probably all the fire in my chart. But I've said this humorously. I'm on a mission from God. And with all things, there's an element of truth behind it. Uh, like most people on spiritual paths, I don't know exactly what I'm talking about. What do you mean a mission? I don't know. I just feel it. I just feel it. I just feel it. The from God part, take that with a grain of salt. Again, I mean this somewhat humorously, but I don't, or I meant it somewhat humorously. And the humorous part is people on the spiritual path never know. They only feel. You can't know. There's nothing to know. It's to be felt. And again, don't get fussed up with the semantics or the details or whatever. Those of you who know, you know. Okay. So I wrote this post today about letting that go. Now, if you follow astrology or any other forms of divination, the message right now is the same everywhere. We are all sort of being corralled through some sort of galactic universal functionality that is clearing out what can't stay. And whether you listen to astrologers or tarot card readers or any other intuitive channeler, they're all talking about this. Scorpio season was rough. We're in Sagittarius, but I don't see this lightening up anytime soon. Pluto is now in Aquarius for good. And Pluto's about death, rebirth, transformation, whatever the universe has going on in all of these big, powerful currents and forces. It is driving us all to release stuff that no longer serves. Uh, this, how do I put this? It's not so simple as to say, I have to leave my job or I have to leave this relationship. That would be a very, very short sighted interpretation of what's going on. This is not about circumstances or people at the root. Down the path, down the outward expression of the root, yes, it could mean leaving relationships, leaving situations. But I personally believe it is far more core than that. It is about releasing perspectives, beliefs, and ultimately fears that are limiting our expression and experience in body. Okay. That is a huge concept right there. It's a big statement that I don't really want to elaborate on because there's a million things you could say about it. Hopefully you get it in that one sentence. At the core of all this, beliefs, perspectives, fears, anything that is constricting, limiting, uh, preventing us from full expression, from being fully present, from reaching our full capacity as a human, those things got to go. And if those things within you are still at play, they are manifesting in your relationships. They are manifesting in your work. They are manifesting in your life situations. I'm laughing because earlier today I went to make some soup in my NutriBullet blender. And if you have one of those, you know, there's two buttons. There's the on off switch, and then there's this button you press if you want to make soup. You long press it. Okay, so I had made my soup, and I think some of you probably know where I'm going with this. While I was making my soup, I was contemplating a situation in my life that had triggered me and sort of had irritated me. So I was in this kind of frustrated frame of mind as I was making my soup. And it finished doing its blend thing and heating up. So I went in there, I cleaned a glass, poured my soup in, and put the damn pitcher back on the NutriBullet. Now, hopefully there's a bunch of you laughing because you know exactly what I did. Or in this case, didn't do. I forgot to turn the power off. And of course, spewed half a pitcher of soup all over my kitchen, all over the all over the cabinets, all over the floor, all over my chopping board, and a bunch of stuff that had been sitting on my counter. There was, and this was tomato soup. Let me tell you what's in this soup. It's fabulous, by the way. Write this down. 3 handfuls of tomatoes, a handful of cashews, put some butter in there, 2 tablespoons maybe. All of this is flexible. 2 tablespoons of butter, some avocado, 2 small carrots or like one medium carrot, half a small onion. What else do I put in there? A couple cups of water, I think, or you can use bouillon or something like that. The cashews make it milkier. The avocado will thicken it up. Yeah, carrots, onion. Put some salt in there. I put cayenne in mine. Garlic. I put 3 big cloves. Don't do that if you're not a garlic fan or if you're not used to it. It will be potent. Yeah, anyway. That soup stuck to everything, right? Because it's got all that avocado in there and the butter. Yeah. Anyway, my point to this is, if you are entertaining these old patterns, fears, ultimately everything ties back to fear or love. Well, technically it's love or not love. And I was in a mode of not love there. I was contemplating things that were irritating me. I was feeling irritation. And I put that damn blender, the pitcher, back on the base of that blender and spewed that soup all over my damn kitchen. It was like, and I literally thought this. I'm like, well, that's what you get for entertaining, not love, right? That's how life works. When you are out of alignment with love, shit happens. I find it funny. I mean, I hate it when I do it, but you have to laugh at the simplisticness of the way the universe works. That's how it works. All right. So we got to let this shit go. It's not the people in your life. It's not the circumstances. The people and the circumstances are all tied back to what you are clinging to, what you are continuing to hold, perspectives, beliefs, fears. Why do we do this? Well, you know how it is. The devil you know instead of the devil you don't know. How does that go? The devil you know is safer than the one you don't. I forget, but you know what I mean. Okay. So this is the atmosphere we're in right now. This is what's going on in the currents. Everybody is going through this. And the more stubborn you are, the harder it is going to be to go through this. So, first of all, I would not be stubborn. Second of all, well, it's hard for me to say this. I would invite this shit to help you clear it. It's brutal. I'll be honest, it's been brutal. It has been really hard. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that it's happening because every step I take down this path, every next thing that I release, I feel more free. More information is there. It's easier to remain in alignment with the core frequency of creation. It's called love. It's easier. It's easier. It's easier. My perspectives lighten up. I don't hold I don't hold grudges. I don't I laugh at things very quickly after they piss me off. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's all shit that we've been holding on to that we keep creating. Okay. I don't want to just keep rambling about that. Here's what I said in my post. I let go of the mission. I'm on a mission. I had a good idea what I thought that was, but mostly now that I reflect back, it was just me knowing I had something to do. I know I have something to do and I don't have a clue what it is. But I'm on this mission, right? And I'm going to find the people, I'm going to figure out what to do and what to say, blah blah blah. All the time. You got to understand, I'm a super introvert. Super introvert. It's really hard for me to go out and meet with people right now. So that's the irony for you. I'm on this big mission for the planet, and I really don't want to leave my house. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So I'm letting this mission go. Why? Because over the last year, the awareness of this set in sometime within the last 12 months that it's not about doing anything. The mission was never about doing anything. It's entirely about being. That set in really early, at least 9 months ago. But I couldn't articulate it because I didn't have the feeling of it yet. There is an awareness. Perspective helps you bring things in, lets the mind play with it first. Doesn't have to be this way, but for me, that's how it happened. The awareness came into my mind first. And an intellectual understanding of something is not the same as the embodiment of the wisdom. So over the course of this past year, that awareness mentally, intellectually set in. And then it was a process of embodying it, which has happened. It is literally happening right now. You're going to hear people, oh, I'm aligned with love. They don't know what that means. I'm aligned with love. I'm on team love. Most of them are probably saying that intellectually because it's really easy to say that. The only other alternative is not love. And who wants that? Who wants to be in not love? That sucks. You're always mad or frustrated or angry or irritated. Who wants to be like that? Nobody. I guarantee you, nobody wants to be like that. Even the people who have made lifetimes out of alignment in not love, they don't want to be like that. Eventually, they will return to love. You can't be in not love and get any farther than 6D. So they will have to, if they want to continue to evolve, they will make the choice to go back to love. Okay, that's what we mean by love or not love. It's not love or fear. It's love or not love. Okay, where am I? Back to the mission, letting it go. I'm having another Aquarian moment. Why was I down this tangent? Am I going to remember? Literally cannot remember what I was talking about. One moment. I'll edit this out if it goes too long. Okay. People will say, yeah, okay, I remember what I'm saying. Over the last year, it's set in intellectually, but now it has set in the embodiment of it. If you've watched my past videos, you have seen me do this and this. Mm, mm. Get back in alignment with the core frequency of creation. It's called love. I don't want to use the word love so much anymore because when people hear that, they're numb to what I'm referring to. They think love, oh, it's, this is what spiritual people say. It's that love and light crap. Blah, blah, blah. I can do that whenever I want. I am not talking about that. I'm literally talking about a frequency that you attune to. You attune to. Imagine this. If somebody plays a really low note on some kind of instrument or maybe an electronic instrument that can get super low to the point where you not only hear it, but you also you feel the wavelength of it. It hits you, right? It's that really low bass. You feel it. This is why people who are deaf can a lot of times experience music because they can feel it, right? This is what I'm talking about. It's not just literally feeling the thump of the air hit your body. It's feeling the frequency. Okay. If you can sort of imagine that, you'll sort of know what I mean by getting in alignment with the core frequency of creation. It is a specific frequency, and you can align your body with it, to it. This is what I'm talking about when I say align with love. Okay. Now, getting back to the mission. It has slowly dawned on me, and this actually happened a little while ago. I just got the impetus to talk about it today, though. One of the big things that I'm letting go is this: I'm on a mission. While that might be true in some context, it implies that there's something I'm here to do. And that's not actually true. I'm here to be. We are all here to be, not to do. We will do some things, but what you do is a byproduct of your alignment with the core frequency of creation. It's called love. The more aligned, the deeper, the more embodied that creation frequency is with you, what you do becomes a result of that. It becomes an outpouring of that. It becomes an expression of that. It manifests because of that. right? So you should not care what it is you're to do. You should care first and foremost about learning what the heck I'm talking about here, learning to grow this capacity to embody this frequency of creation. When you master that, when you grasp it, even everything you need to know, everything you want to say, it's there. It's effortless. It is everything. It is creation unmanifest. It is pure potential. And when you align with it, imagine what you become a channel of. Imagine what you can then do. This is how it works, right? So stop caring about what do I do? What do I do? I said this in my post. Spiritual people are always like, I'm on this mission. I feel like I'm on this mission, but I don't know what to do. Well, this is why. You get in alignment with the core frequency of creation, you'll anything you do will be an expression of a mission. Anything you do when you're in alignment. Now, people are like, well, not anything. You can't go around murdering people. Is that in alignment with love? No. So let's not do the semantics thing. When you're in alignment with the core frequency of creation, you will create in alignment with creation. Those kinds of things get noticed. People will notice you. People will feel you. People will be drawn to you. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Your life will feel joyous. It will feel like freedom. It will feel simple, happy. It really is that simple. Okay. So yeah, I've let go of the mission. That was a perspective. I wrote it. This is what is being left behind. This narrow, short-sighted perspective that there's something to do. I'll do only what I love, what keeps me aligned with love. I'm just going to be the frequency of creation. We're happy when things are simple. So if you can follow what I'm talking about here, this is the way. This is the way. Things are going to get a little chaotic here going forward. If you want to avoid the chaos and the turmoil, if you want to say, I don't need that to transform, I don't need experiences like that. I'm just going to entertain what Suzanne is talking about. I'm going to try to feel this core frequency of creation. I'm going to try to feel the frequency of love. And when I start to get good at this, I'm going to choose it every single day and every single moment. And everything I say or think or feel or do will bloom from that. That's miraculous, if you ask me. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Because if I don't, I'm going to repeat myself and get more and more emphatic, which I love to do, but I'm going to spare you. All right. If you have any questions, you can, let me think. Where do I want you? We got to I got to start thinking about this going forward. I can't respond to questions on every single platform. Go to my public Facebook page and post questions there. I am working on my website, which isn't going to be super complex, but it's not done yet, and it's not even public yet. So for now, maybe leave comments on YouTube or Facebook, and I will try to address them there. All right. All the love. You can do this. We can do this. It's going to be easy. Let that shit go. Bye bye.